Hello and welcome to the CutCast. You might be wondering, what is the CutCast? The CutCast is a podcast where we interview Brisbane's most elite entrepreneurs, and this is an opportunity for you to find your passion and monetize it. Our journey starts in Logan, where we interview the Mayor of Logan, Jon Raven, where he speaks about the importance of time management. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. Hey everyone, we're here with the mayor, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Jon Raven. What made you run for mayor?
It's really the community, because when you're talking to the people in the city, you can see that they're really aspirational. Like, they want Logan to be amazing, they want to build an incredible life here. And I just felt that we needed someone who, as the leader of the city, was going to get out and really represent that community spirit.
I heard and I saw yesterday they did 27 meetings in a day.
I did.
So how do you balance everything? I could imagine how busy and stressful it would be. So how do you manage everything?
Yeah, it's challenging. You gotta have good people around you. That's probably the first one. Sleep is the most important thing. So when I try to, if I've got something on that's like an evening event, so I might not finish till 10 o'clock at night, I really try to avoid having a breakfast event the next day, because you need that 7 hours sleep. When you're working on 5 or even 6 hours sleep, you feel the difference, right? You're not as patient, you're not as kind to people or as generous with your time, and you're not as compassionate when you're tired. So it's way better to get good sleep so that you can come up with good ideas, solve problems in creative ways. So that's probably the best thing. The biggest thing I try to do is sleep, good sleep, and eat well.
What advice would you give to a young one, an entrepreneur or anyone that's listening to this?
Oh, especially for entrepreneurs. So before I was a counsellor, I had my own business.
Oh, wow.
So I ran an asbestos removal and demolition business. We started with 2 blokes in a truck, and we built it up to a business that worked in every state across the country, except Tasmania, but Tasmania doesn't count. Every state across the country, and we went from that sort of really small, sort of 2-guy operation up to having over 20 full-time staff and subcontractors and equipment and everything else that goes with it. So for young people who want to be entrepreneurs, the first thing is just give it a go. That's the most important thing, because there's an idea in Australia that if you fail, it's really bad, but for businesses, you will fail many times before you'll get it right. So it's always worth trying something, even though it might seem hard and challenging. The other thing for entrepreneurs is that the first year is the hardest year, and it feels like that for about 5 years. You're really going to have to grind and push hard, exactly like what I'm doing now as mayor. I'm trying to push really hard for these first sort of 18 to 24 months, because if we get the momentum happening, then you can keep that momentum going. So I really want to push to get that started, and the same thing is true in business. The harder you work, the luckier you get, and decisions are made by those who show up, and success, the people who win are the people who are on the field playing the game, right? You're not going to have a successful business by playing PlayStation. You've got to get out there and try and do things, and you never know what opportunity shows up. The number of events I go to where I think, oh man, I don't know if I'm going to meet anyone here that's actually going to help the city. And then I'll make this amazing connection with someone, and I'm like, I'm so glad that I came to this event, because if I didn't take the time, I wouldn't have created an opportunity for our community, whether that's investment, whether that's a cool new program. So for young people who want to be entrepreneurs, it's get out there, give it a go, and build lots of networks. Because even if your first business, your second business, your third business fails, the people that you meet along the way will be the people that give you advice, that create opportunities, and you never know, you might inspire somebody else to do something incredible, and they come back to you later and say thank you by returning the favour.
Are you planning to make any more sporting facilities, such as soccer or basketball fields around Logan?
Yeah, so sporting fields and green space is super important. And we've actually, it's a problem we've got in Logan where we have a shortage. We literally have a shortage of basketball courts. We have 10 less indoor sports courts than we need in the city right now. Because we're growing so fast, if we don't start building them soon, that'll get worse and worse. And so one of the really cool things that's happening in Logan is we're getting as part of the Olympic funding, we're getting a massive indoor sports facility, which is going to be right there.
Wow.
See where that roof building is? Yeah, and all this car park and stuff, that's going to turn into a 9-court indoor sports facility. That'll be state-of-the-art, Olympic standard, because that's where we want we want to try and get Olympic events. At the moment, it's meant to be used as a training facility. I reckon we can get some Olympic events in there, which would just be incredible. So that's really good. That's a huge project, and that's funded by the state and federal government. So that's Jim Chalmers and Cameron Dick working really hard to secure that. But what we need to do as a council is make sure we acquire the land. Like, so when all these new houses are being built, that's great, we're in a housing crisis, but we also need to make sure we buy the land that we need for parks or indoor sports facilities. And I was just talking to the CEO of council the other day. So in local government, the mayor and the CEO have a really important relationship together where the mayor provides strategic feedback and advice about what the community...
That was all the questions that I had for today. Anything you want to say to the audience?
So because Logan is the youngest city, and I know a lot of young people follow Mo, he's an inspiration as an entrepreneur and as a guy who just got out there and got things done. We're at 30% of our population is under the age of 18, but they're 100% of our future. So I really want to build a city for our youth, right? So it's not, the stuff that I do now will help me a little bit, but it'll help you more. But I need your help to do it, right? So changing Logan's reputation is something that I lead because I'm the mayor, but I need everybody out there on the same message. So when people talk to you about Logan, don't go, oh yeah, I'm from Logan, it's shame. I want you to go, I'm from Logan, I'm really proud of it, and here's why. And tell them the things you love about our city, because when people start talking it up, then people will come here and they'll look to us and go, well, what's happening in Logan that's so amazing? But there's a reason why we're the fastest growing. More people move to Logan than anywhere else. They love it here, they know it's going to be great, and we've all got a responsibility as a community to dig in and change that reputation. Because we change that reputation, we change the quality of life, we change the sorts of jobs that are available here, and then people don't need to drive to Brisbane or the Gold Coast for work. They can do the awesome jobs they want, IT jobs, professional jobs. They can do that right here in our city, which I think would be really exciting for us. So when you see politicians, often we're just sort of like somewhere else where you can't access. I want to be man of the people. Leader is down in the trenches leading with you. So come with me on a journey. We're gonna transform Logan. We're gonna protect the parts that we love. We're gonna transform the areas that still need work, so that we can make this the greatest city in Queensland and be the envy of everybody in Australia. We want them to say, hey, what's going on in Logan? Why is it so awesome there? And it's going to be because of you, not because of me. So come with us on this journey. Let's work together to make a brighter future for our city, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, we're going to show Jon Raven the final product. Let me know what you think.
Oh, bro, very nice. I've never looked so good. Look at this fade. Look at this glorious fade. It's amazing. It's like, ooh.
Something cheeky for you.
That's so good.
I've added a little fade on the back as well, just a tiny bit.
I can't see.
I'll show you after the haircut. Yeah. If you were to rate it 1 out of 10, what would you rate it?
Oh, 10 out of 10. 11 out of 10.
Okay. If you were to recommend someone else to come to the podcast and to have a beautiful haircut, who would you recommend?
You know who you got to get? You got to get my deputy mayor, Scott Bennett. You know, he's a 3-time world Muay Thai kickboxing champion.
Wow.
He's got some cool stories. You got to get him on and have a yarn to him, and you can do it right here again.
Beautiful.
See?
Tag him down below. Tag him.